Hello, my badass boys and badass babes. Hopefully, you are having a happy holiday season. It is your B-A-double-D bad girl of the Black Hills herself, Virgo the Vixen. And as always, hit those likes and subscribe buttons where we're at. All right, this is the third and final part of our movie series. And I'm going to throw some teasers out. I'm not just going to go and just tell you what the movie is, because I kind of left that blank in the description below. First clue is, it's a movie from the 80s. All right, that's the first one. Second clue, it has a psychopath. Oh, gets even worse. Third rule, not third one, but third is it might have a gunfight. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Fourth, and how do I want to put this politely? It has a catchphrase that everyone would recognize if they heard it. Now, remember my criteria. My movie criteria is this for this series of videos. If it has a Christmas tree, therefore it is a Christmas movie. Now, if you add up everything I just said, now if you would have guessed the movie Die Hard, congratulations, you are 100% correct in being wrong. Haha, I got you. If you thought it was Die Hard, oh, I got you good. But everything I said does apply to the movie we are going to be looking at today. And today's movie is A Christmas Story. You don't believe me? Today we're going to go through it and I'm going to illustrate everything I've just said. Now, I'm going to start the video, or I should say start this off with the quote from a very famous playwright, Oscar Wilde. He said there are two great tragedies in life. The first one is not getting what you want. The second is getting what you want. And today we're definitely going to be looking at that second part because, as I mentioned before in the previous video, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. And this movie illustrates those last 2 points. I'm going to make a very bold and very, how can we say, brash and out there statement. In this movie, it came out in 1983, November-ish, around there before Thanksgiving. This movie has a psychopath in it. And who is that psychopath? Now, some of you might say his mother. Well, technically, I mean, she can be considered a psychopath by making him stick bars of soap in his mouth. I mean, that is psychopathic. You can say his father. The way he curses, the way he beats up on their heater. I mean, yeah, but then again, to be fair, in the 1950s, that's how most men handled their issues. They'd get drunk, beat something, and if it didn't work, they would just curse and beat at it till more until it worked. He could be a psychopath, but no, the true psychopath is Ralphie, the main character of this movie. Why do I call him a psychopath? Think about this. He wants a BB gun for Christmas, okay? I mean, oh my God! I mean, this is America, or as some people call it, America. You know, just depending on your point of view. I mean, a kid wants a BB gun for Christmas. That kid, to me, is a little psychotic. But it is in the realm of being normal for America, as some would call it, or America, as others would. But why does he want the gun? So he can shoot people. I'm not kidding you. I will put a link in the description below to illustrate that point on just how much of a psycho is. And in my opinion, Ralphie is a psycho because of his parents. But this movie does, as I illustrated, or should I say, not illustrated, but am going to illustrate, has a famous line that says, you will shoot your eye out. That is the main line going throughout the movie. You'll shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out. And if you watch the movie, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it for you, but guess what? I'm going to spoil it for you. He almost shoots his eye out with it. All right, let's look at Ralphie, the psychopath. Okay, first of all, he wants a gun to shoot people. All right. And we're going to go deeper into the psychosis of Ralphie. Why does he want it? Like I said, we've already illustrated that. What's the lengths that Ralphie is going to do to get this BB gun? All right. He is trying to butter up his parents. He's, telling them about how good he's been and all this. And this movie, I guarantee you, it has a lot of fun to it. And like I said, and I'm just going to go on a little tangent here real fast before I get back to the point of Ralphie being a psychopath. But if you ever want to watch this movie, and if you have cable, there's a couple stations that will play this 24 hours a day on Christmas. So don't worry, you won't be missing it. But now back to the psychopath that we call Ralphie. Like I said, he is trying to butter up his parents. He is trying to butter up Santa. He is trying to bribe his own teacher with a fruit basket, which begs the question, where the hell did the psycho get the money for a fruit basket in the 1950s? I mean, my God. Seriously, he is doing everything he can because he really wants this gun so he can shoot people. And that is my perspective on this, all right? Now, let's look at how he got to be a psycho. We're going to look at his mother first by force-feeding him soap. I mean, seriously, lady, did you work for the Nazis? Did the Nazis go, well, I like how she does this. Let's hire the woman. You know, I like her style. It's not, how can we say this, over the top, but it does fit our description. I mean, yes, I understand discipline back in the 50s is way different than discipline now, but come on. Yeah, just because the kid said a dirty word or did something wrong, and trust me, Ralphie has his fair share of this throughout the movie. I mean, oh my God, sticking soap in a kid's mouth? Come on, that is totally psycho. I mean, the chemicals used back then there was no safety guard. So yeah, he's absorbing all these chemicals. So that would, explain why he's, psychotic. Or his father, the guy curses. And I'm not just talking a few curse words here or there. When he is beating on the water heater or radiator or whatever it was, it's been a while since I watched the movie, he is cursing so bad, even sailors would be going up to him and going, sir, can you please stop? There are sailors in the room. We have virgin ears. We don't need to hear this. That's how bad he curses, all right? And like I said, if that's not bad enough, then he has a younger brother who is just hounding him and making him just driving him crazy. But then again, younger siblings do this, so you really can't use that. You would like to. Trust me, I have a younger sibling or two of my own, so I know how it goes. But anyways, let's go on. Ralphie, like I said, throughout the movie, he is doing all these things to try to get the gun, all right? And this is where things get hilarious because there is his story, He has his friends, and his friends are also psychotic. If you don't believe me, I'm going to take the illustration where one of the friends, basically dares him to stick his tongue to a frozen lamppost. So the kid has to defend his honor, can't look weak in front of the other school kids. Sticks his tongue, gets frozen. Now, what does the other kids do? Do they run for help? Do they say, hey, look, our friend's stuck here. Let's go get him help. Hell no. They leave him out there where his poor tongue is stuck to the flagpole. The teacher had to look out the window. I mean, God forbid, look out the window to see her student seeing his tongue stuck to the flagpole, and the kids, you know what? They don't know a damn thing. What happened? I don't know. Oh, blah. Okay, if you don't think that's psychotic enough, guess what? And like I said, Ralphie has a moment where he says the F-bomb. All right, in the movie, I like it how he goes, because he accidentally lets go of all the, let me see, wheel cap with all the lug nuts because father was changing the car, and he lets the F-bomb go. All right? His mother sticks by her soap. She wants to know where he heard it. Now, to be fair to Ralphie, he didn't snitch on his father because he probably thought his father would have gave him the grade A ass whooping of a lifetime. But instead, he doesn't even rat out a friend. He just picks a friend and just says, oh, I heard it from him. That kid gets his ass whooped. I mean, what kind of psychopath would just sell out an innocent person like that? I mean, his mom calls up the kid's mom, and next thing you know, that kid is in hot water and getting a grade A ass whooping. I mean, talk about being a psychopath. I mean, I understand not wanting to rat out your family. That's one thing. But to rat out someone who's totally innocent, dude, psychopath, right there. Now, to be fair, this movie, I can't say has all psychopaths. There is some iconic things about this movie that has lasted throughout the 40 plus years it has been on the air. And one of them is the word fragile. All right. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a lamp in this movie. Okay, it could play into the psychosis of Ralphie's, how can we say this being a psychopath? I'll let you decide, but here's the deal. The father won this prize, and it is an icon, okay? It is a lamp with a leg, with basically fishnet stockings on the leg. It looks like they went, how can we say this, to a yard sale from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and this was the prize for their office party or whatever, I can't remember what it was. So the company, whatever, went to a Rocky Horror Picture Show garage sale, got this lamp, and the father loves it. He thinks it's the greatest thing on the planet. This is the thing that brings him more joy. This is the thing that truly warms his heart. You can tell in his eyes. He loves it. And wouldn't you know, in Ralphie's house, accidents do happen a lot because something happened to the lamp. It wasn't really explained to him, but lo and behold, accidents happen, and the lamp just mysteriously, broke and got destroyed. I mean, it's not like the mother destroyed it or anything and covered it up. All right, so let's review. Ralphie was a normal child, ingested a lot of chemicals from the soap. Father, who is definitely someone you don't want to cross. Maybe because of the threat of him kicking his ass. I don't know. The boy wants a gun to shoot people. And I'm just going to go to the final scene because I do love this movie, okay? It is a warming, heartfelt movie because he finally gets his gun. I'm going to spoil it for some of you if you haven't already. He gets his gun. He is so happy. He is so thrilled. He is out there looking to, how can we say this? Lock, load, to perfect his killing skills. And damn near shoots his own eye out and learns a very valuable lesson in the process. And that lesson is, of course, we're going to start with the first one. Be careful what you wish for. You might get it. The second lesson we can say is, well, the two greatest strategies. One, not getting. Second, getting what you want. So that would be the second lesson. And third lesson is, dude, you suck. Get on the range more. If you want to be a psycho killer, you better get out there and start practicing more because guess what? You suck at it. So, my badass boys and badass babes, that is the third and final movie, A Christmas Story, a tale of an American psycho that has a nice Christmas theme to it. All right. Some honorable mentions that I didn't get to this year, but maybe next year I'll get to. The first is Elf. It's a modern day classic. And for Will Ferrell, if somehow you get to this part of the video and you actually see this, Will Ferrell, thank you for not doing a sequel. All right, thank God. Elf is perfect the way it is. We don't need a sequel. If anyone says we need a sequel, tell them to shut up. It's like asking Da Vinci to create a sequel to the Mona Lisa or a sequel to the Sistine Chapel. You don't do it. You leave perfection alone where it is, so don't touch it. That's the honorable mentions I want to mention. Second, and probably one of my favorites growing up, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because God, I would love to dive deep into this movie, this claymation, especially of its time. Very well done. I enjoy. And I'm going to say, this one's going to surprise some of you, but there is a third movie, and I'm out there, and I do love this movie. Like I said, I grew up watching a lot of Christmas movies as a kid, and that is A Wonderful Life. This movie I do enjoy. I enjoy the character Clarence the Angel, because I think there is part of us that can relate to George Bailey. Where he doesn't think his life is all that great. He thinks everything's bad, and then he meets Clarence the Angel, and Clarence shows him, hey, you're actually a big part of something, whether you know it or not. Because of everything you've done, you are basically the person keeping, the world around you sane, healthy, and alive. So maybe next year I'll tackle those three movies. All right. To conclude, first of all, I'm going to let you know, next week I will not be making a video. I'm going to be spending time with my family for Christmas. And the second big announcement, I will be back on New Year's Eve with a special New Year's Eve message to kick off the 2025 year. And I guess the third thing is, let's wrap up everything that we've done this year. Kind of a year in review, I could say. We've had a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you right now, I poke fun at the diocese. I poke fun at myself. I poke fun at the state of Utah. It deserves it. I poke fun at movies, songs, you name it. I'm not afraid to tackle subjects. I'm not afraid to put them in a social satire, I bold, I leave it out there for you, the audience, to judge. So for this year, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and hopefully, I'm going to give you, how can I say this, a little bit of good wishes for 2025 before the New Year's video. So, I hope everyone else is enjoying the holiday season. I hope you continue to do so. I know it's not an easy time. Some people go through depression. But I just want to leave a positive message besides my normal Who's Your Vixen. Just remember, this year, during this time, yeah, things can be bad for people, especially those who are suffering through depression. If you know one of these people, invite them over to your house. Go hang out with them, okay? Don't leave them alone. If you think that they need a friend to talk to, give them a call. You know, talk, reminisce, have some fun, get them out of the house, do something crazy. You know, right? I'm not saying go streaking down the middle of your city naked wearing a Santa hat, even though I've done that before. That's another video altogether. But anyways, if you know someone who could use a friend or just a kind word for this season, don't be afraid to give them a call and let them know how much they're loved. So, as always, Who's Your Vixen, and bye-bye.